Part 2 of Ghost in the Tower, set in Glasgow in the late 80s. John has found whatever he needs. He's now in a bit of a rush after dozing off on his armchair. He's got to meet some sort of deadline, so he walks out of the door of his flat quickly, shuts the door over, flimsy door, not very substantial, and walks over towards the lift to get him down 20 stories. His shoes and footsteps echo in the landing as he passes by odd bits of graffiti scrawled on the wall. He stands by the lift, waiting. He presses a button, waiting for the lift to appear. A drab brown door with a glass panel at the top of it over a silvery letterbox creeps open, leaving a gap. It's the door nearest to the lift shaft, and it just opens about a few inches, creeps open, leaving a gap. Come on, says John, looking at his watch, shouting at the lift, even though, of course, the lift won't be listening to him. He glances to his right, and he sees the timid eyes of an old lady peering through the gap in the door. There's a chain lock still intact. You can really only see one eye and some hair. "Hello, Mrs. Darrell," he calls over to her, acknowledging that he's seen her. I don't think she wanted to get spotted. And this is going to be one of his neighbours, a woman who keeps herself to herself and doesn't like to open her door, but needs to know if there's anything happening outside there. So she's being a wee bit nosy. When John calls out to her, she just immediately shuts the door over, closing the gap. She got caught peering. John looks at his watch again. The lift hasn't appeared. Right next to him, there's a number 8 scored on the wall and Celtic underneath, referring to Celtic Football Club. Scrolled on the wall with a felt pen. John loses patience. The lift hasn't appeared. He decides to make a run for it. He abandons the lift and starts to head for the door down the stairs. Just as he gets away and goes onto the stairwell, the lift arrives and opens up inside there's more graffiti, and Celtic is the name of preference which is displayed inside the lift itself, scrolled on the wall. John is now putting a real sprint on for a man of his age. His hard-heeled shoes are clumping in the stairwell and in the corridors of the tower block. He opens the swing doors open near the bottom, banging them open, trying to put a bit of speed on. Then he gets out of the building at the base. When he gets out, there's a unkempt waste ground directly outside of the tower block, and there's an immediate copy tower block just a short distance away, a duplicate of the one he lives in. So there's two big tower blocks there, and quite a steep grassy hill that he runs down on a pace, almost falling over himself as he runs down this lumpy, grassy, steep hill, which is what he meets as he gets out of the tower block. He belts along the road, trying to keep his coat buttoned together, with mild panic on his face, and he gets to a big wooden door where an Asian man is just closing it over. John shouts at the Asian man, "No, no! Don't close! Don't close, no! Look, I've got my gyro to cash, my gyro to cash!" But the Asian man just calmly shuts the door over. "You bastard," says John, "you bastards! My gyro, what am I going to do?" John bangs on the door, bangs with a flat palm. Bang, bang, bang. "Come on, open the door. Open the door, I'm going to cash your check, you bastard." John wallops the door one more time before giving up and walks away in disgust. Now he's skint.